afternoon and welcome to the Living Well program. You can find us here every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on KATB 89.3 in Anchorage as well as KJLP 88.9 in Palmer. You can also listen live online at katb.org. Also be sure to check us out on our Facebook page at Living Well Radio. And last but not least, we would love for you to download our podcast that's available on iTunes. Just search for Living Well. And we welcome your feedback and comments as well, don't we, Betty?
Yes. I'm sorry. This is just third time's charm. That's all I can think about sitting here. What our listeners don't know is the third time we've tried to do this show.
I know. That's the beauty of getting to record and start over, huh?
The beauty of the delete button.
That's right. The last one that we tried, I didn't think my microphone was on, but then as after I hit stop, I realized that it was. So then we had this dilemma. Do we just roll with it? Because that's raw and authentic, right, Betty?
You know how much I love that word. So we didn't. We started over.
That's right.
Twice.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, we're here.
This is the third time, actually.
Yep.
You know, I didn't ask you if my hair looked okay because the wind was blowing so hard.
It is very windy out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It woke me up last night. I don't like it when the wind blows.
I know it. Yep. The wreath was missing right off our door this morning. Crazy. My daughter drives such a little car around. I said, you better get home and park it. I'm going to find her in a tree somewhere. She said, yeah, dangling like a little ornament.
Well, usually everything on my upstairs deck is gone or at one end of the deck. And sure enough, it was again this morning too. But I didn't look downstairs at the downstairs deck until right before I left. And it's a mess. I'm going to have to do some work down there.
Yeah. Like you said, it kind of feels like fall. Here we are headed into summer.
I thought we were going to have summer. What happened? This makes me sad. Yep. I was getting ready for spring cleaning, and now all I want to do is close up my windows and my doors.
And start a fire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Speaking of a fire, we had one last night outside, though.
You did?
Yes.
How fun.
My kids were over for dinner, and so we grilled out. It was frigid, and the wind was blowing, but we made s'mores.
Oh, that is so fun. That's one of
was.
my favorite things to do.
It smelled so good. It smelled like when we go camping. Brought back lots of memories.
Oh, yeah. We need to have a girls' night and do that. Hang out on your deck.
Let's do it. Let's wait till the wind dies down.
Okay, that's a plan.
Hey, have you ever had a s'more with a coconut marshmallow?
A coconut marshmallow?
Mm-hmm.
Where do we get these at?
Where did I get them at? Where was I? I think I got them at the commissary. But they have them. I think they have them at Fred Meyer's too.
Really?
They're so good. Do you like coconut?
I do.
Almost tastes like a roasted almond joy. It's wonderful. Wonderful.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so many different ways to do s'mores. I just want to ask our listeners if they'd come share on our Facebook page. Tell us what your favorite s'more. We're coming into the season. Maybe even post a recipe if you have one.
That would be wonderful.
101 ways to eat a s'more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how many we can get.
The best way to eat a s'more is to double the candy and double the marshmallows.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You know, a s'more is one of those things that I can really just have a bite of. It is so sweet and so rich.
Oh, I know a secret about a friend of ours that ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 one night. She had marshmallow dripping down her chin and off her cheek, and it was all over her fingers. I have a picture of it.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm dying to know who this friend is.
Maybe when we're off air, I'll tell you who.
Okay.
You've been traveling.
I have done a little bit of traveling, very quick trip.
Did you have fun?
I did. You know, it's so nice to get down in lower 48 and just see all of the, see all the clean curbs.
Did you see the sun?
I did. I saw some sun. Oh. It's actually out there.
I miss the sunshine. Did you find the book? I know we did that live video that did not end up the way we thought it would. We couldn't find the book.
That was so funny. Well, you know what, Betty? I went everywhere looking for Shut Your Door. They didn't know. I mean, they were so confused. I was asking, like, no. There's a book about welcoming people into your home, and it's called Shut Your Door.
No.
They were so confused. Wait
I can imagine why.
I couldn't find that thing anywhere.
Gee, I wonder why. But did you find Just Open the Door?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I know. I was looking everywhere for a bookstore, and I was down there on a different mission, and I did not. Did
Man,
not
that's
find
a
it.
shame. We'll have to go back to Barnes and Noble and maybe do another video. That was pretty fun.
It was.
Until we couldn't find the book.
I know that.
And we're going to have the author on in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about her and what you know.
Jen Smith, I don't know a lot about her, but I've been checking out her website and her blog post, and I cannot remember the name of it right now.
Have you started the book?
Yes, I've read the first 2 chapters. It's very, very good. Very, very good. And so she's going to be on the show in a couple of weeks.
And it's a new book, right?
It's a new book.
So, we just recently did our show or our video interview with Kristen Schell on the Turquoise Table. It kind of seems to be a common theme, talking about community and just hospitality, bringing back that word and what the meaning of that is.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed too. It seems to be a common theme among all the books coming out. Speakers, there's conferences going on along the same title, the same topic. And it's a good one. We seem to have lost the art of hospitality, if you will, or having people into your homes. But it's good. I highly recommend it if you can find it. If you can't find it locally, I know you can order it.
And that's probably what I need to do so I can
so you can read it. I'm gonna be ahead of you.
You're so competitive, Betty.
I know. You know me. That's my middle name. Competition.
So, you know what? Maybe we should post pictures of these, but I want to talk about these little prayer journals that you've been putting together.
Our little traveler's notebook.
Yeah, talk to us about that, because you put one together for me, and I'm just loving it. But I want to know more about where you saw the idea and what you used yours for. Yeah.
My daughter, my second daughter, had I think she found them on Pinterest, and so she wanted one. So she went to Target and found everything she needed to make her little notebook, and she brought it and showed it to me, and I really, really liked it. And it's just a notebook that's held together by a rubber band, and inside my notebook there are, I guess 4 more rubber bands, and it holds different notebooks that I use for different things. I got one before we went to Hawaii. I thought it'd be fun to write about our trip. The things that we did, the things that we saw. I also kept a prayer journal of things that that I prayed for during the trip, and I kept a journal of the things that I read, the things that God taught me while we were in Hawaii, and it has a place for your ink pen. That's probably my favorite part, because I always have an ink pen, and it's always together. And then I just keep. I have a little. What are these? A little. Memo pad, I guess. One of those yellow, what do you call them? Post-its.
Yes.
But it's bigger than a Post-it. And
tell us what you use for that for, because I love that's probably my favorite part, and I think women will love hearing this, or any men that are listening.
Sometimes when I'm doing having my quiet time with God in the mornings, unfortunately my mind starts to wander, or these thoughts will run through my head, or somebody will come to my mind, and so if it's something that I might need to do later, I'll just jot it down on that little memo pad until I'm done with my quiet time, and then I go back and look at it, and I take care of those. That's what I do.
I love that. I can't remember if we talked about that on a different show, but I listened to an interview of Beth Moore on the Lifeway podcast that they've launched this last year. And that was one of the things that she said, is she keeps this yellow pad up to her right or whatever. And so while she's doing her quiet time with God, I mean, we can't help but be human, and our mind is going to wander. And so she'll just quickly jot that down there and then kind of ask the Lord, is this somewhere you need me to go right now? Or is this really about getting milk at the store? So I just love that. It's such a great, tangible thing to do, and not beat yourself up because you can't concentrate,
Once I write it down, I just can't leave it alone.
Exactly.
Until later. And I all kinds of things have been written on here. Just names, just lots of other things I need to do. So have you been using yours?
Yes, and I absolutely love it.
Maybe we can post a picture.
I think we should.
Because they're nothing fancy at all.
But it's so cute. It just, you know what? It makes me happy when I look at it. It really does.
To know I was thinking about you.
Yes. It just makes me happy. The colors and all of the different prints and stuff that the little books are out of. And I love pen and paper. It's just one of my favorites. I love office supplies.
I love school supplies when they come out.
Oh.
And the fact that this is all together, I'm really lazy. If I have to get up and go look for a pen or a piece of paper, I might not get back to doing what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all together in one spot. And yeah, I just like mine. I've used it for a while now.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Well, good. I'm glad you like it.
Yep.
I'm glad you like it.
It's my little battle notebook. We watched The War Room this last week. We did a promotional activity on campus for the upcoming simulcast, Priscilla Shire, May 5th at the Anchorage Baptist Temple. And I've seen the movie before, probably even a time or two, but what an awesome reminder of the battle that we're fighting, but the power and prayer of fighting that battle and how truly to engage in that. So I love this little notebook for that reason too.
We tend to, or I'll say that I tend to forget that the battles we fight, it's not flesh and blood. The Bible says it's principalities, and we need to fight those battles on our knees. And so often we tend to forget that. We want to call and talk to somebody and say, what should I do? What do you think I should do? Or I'll pout, or get angry. But really, we should just be praying about it.
Well, and in fact, I was sharing this with a woman who attended this movie thing. I said, it's such a good reminder of the power in prayer, because how often do we say, well, all we can do is pray? I mean, listen to what we're saying when we make that statement.
Well, that's the first thing we should be doing, and that's the most powerful thing that we can do is to pray.
Mm-hmm. So anyhow, what else is going on, Betty?
I got my hair cut.
No.
You didn't even notice it.
Good. I'm glad I didn't, because I'm really encouraging you to keep growing it out. It looks
I
beautiful.
just had layers put in it. It's kind of nice having a hairdresser
For a
my
daughter.
house. Yeah.
I could see the benefit in that.
So last night I think it was 10 o'clock, I was having her put layers in my hair.
Are you serious? How fun.
It was. Sometimes she'll do my makeup. She does a really good job on that, too.
Oh, really?
I like it when she does that.
Did you put your red lipstick on?
Somehow I knew that was going to come up.
You did?
I just save the red lipstick for special occasions.
Okay. I'm going to save it for another show, but I want to know what those special occasions are. Because what people might not know about you is not only do you have red lipstick, but...
I have red shoes.
That's right.
Those are my power shoes.
Yep. And you believe every woman.
I believe every woman should have a pair of red shoes.
I love that. And it's not something you see every day either.
They're just fun to wear. Sometimes if I have a meeting or something, sounds so funny, so silly, and I feel kind of insecure about it, I'll wear my red shoes.
Really? Just a reminder that you got this.
Me and God, we got this.
That's right.
It just, I don't know, makes me feel pretty some days to wear my red shoes.
I love that. It's so good to have simple little things like that.
To remind us that it's all okay.
Yep.
Hey, Cami.
Yes, ma'am.
Have I told you that I'm having to learn how to cook low-carb foods?
You are?
Yes. Most of
And
my
how's that
family's on this
going?
low-carb diet. How's it going? And it's tough. Did you know that everything has carbs in it?
No way.
They do. Oh, my word, they do. But I'm learning. I've got a couple of good recipes, and I found a recipe for cookies. I made them for the cookie thing that we did at Christmas.
Those were excellent, too.
Those were low-carb.
Gluten-free, sugar-free.
Carb-free almost.
Like what's left?
I don't know. There was not much.
That's
but these
basically a
tasted good.
scrambled egg.
I ate a lot of those.
I do, too.
But yeah, I made, what's it called? Cauliflower fried rice last night.
I heard that, and I'm wondering what that is.
Well, it's different.
I have to tell our listeners, I've introduced Betty to a new app. I'm wondering if any of you guys use it. But
Marco Polo?
I'm just loving it. Marco Polo. I mean, I'm not advocating for it. There might be better things out there, but it's kind of fun. It's basically texting, but just videos back and forth. Do you think
I look so lovely on most of those.
I know we do, don't we? But don't you think it's a little more efficient than texting?
I look forward to it because they're so funny.
I know it.
I'm in my kitchen. My hair's up on my head. I have my apron on.
To me, it's just, obviously you're not going to be doing that with everybody that you probably text, but just your few closest friends, to communicate with them that way, it's just so much more fulfilling than just a text. To see where are you? What are you doing?
And that you're thinking about me.
That's
Makes me
right.
feel good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. And by the way, I think it's your turn.
Is
you owe me
it?
one, I believe
Really?
so.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll have to go back and check.
Have you introduced it to any of your kids or anything yet?
I've showed it to them, but they weren't too impressed.
Really?
Yeah. They said that Mom, you can do the same thing texting.
You
I
can.
said, you can. They said, yeah. I said, oh.
Oh.
I still like it. It's fun. I get a special notice, a little ring on my phone or my iPad, and I go, oh, I have a video.
Oh, do you really? I need to fix that because I don't see it for a long time. I think I have all my notifications turned off, so I got to fix that so I know I got a Marco. Did you play that game when you were little?
Yes.
In the pool?
I played it in Hawaii this past February.
No.
And Lincoln, my 2-year-old grandson, loved it.
Oh.
Except he would only say, Marco, 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 Marco. He thought it was pretty fun. He just liked saying the word. He wasn't sure what we'd be doing.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
That's
we played
cute.
it. I played it with my granddaughters.
Oh, how sweet.
Some things just never go out of style.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, there's just some things that are just going to go on and on and on for generations.
I was talking to one of my daughters about, now some of the styles for the girls is they cuff the end of their pants. And I was telling my daughter that years ago, probably about 20 years ago, they were pegging the bottom of their pant legs. And what they would do is they pull it over to one side, make it really tight, and then fold it over and fold it up. If that makes any sense at all.
Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense.
And they called it pegging. Same thing.
Really? And that's coming back?
Well, they cuff them now. It's no different.
Oh, my goodness. I remember doing that.
It's no different.
It's so funny to see the styles. And it
But-
was the worst when they would loosen.
Yes.
That little tuck you do at the beginning.
And then you had to go back and fix it. I had a friend, her daughter was excellent at it. She could peg anybody's pants.
Really?
Oh, goodness, the things we think about.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I think we titled the show, what? Conversation in Our Chaos?
Yes. Yeah. So what kind of chaos do you have going on? Anything you want to share?
Well, I've got to get my carpets cleaned. Getting my house cleaned up I always do spring cleaning. But I'm not in the mood to now. The sun's not shining.
I know. Boy, that sun really displays all of the winter.
Have you ever heard of when the sun comes out and it's kind of warm to put your pillows and everything outside, your blankets and your linens and
Out
let 'em
on the
every-
line? I have a friend that still does laundry that way.
on the line? Oh, I used to do that when I was growing up.
Really?
Now I just take it. I'm one of those neighbors. I take it and throw it all over my deck. Let it hang over the
Really?
sides of it,
Oh, my goodness.
just to let it air out, not to
Sure.
dry.
Oh, I see.
Not to dry. I use my thank goodness for my dryer. So when the sun came out, I did all that. And now the sun is gone, and I don't want to get my house cleaned up anymore.
It's so much work.
Yes, it is.
So much work. I don't know how we collect so many things, but
Or how my house
somehow
gets
it's
so
just-
dirty, and how's it get so dusty? It's just me and my other one daughter there.
I know it.
I don't understand how that works. But, if anybody has any ideas, please let me know.
Yes.
How to take care of this. I have no excuse whatsoever for my house not being clean because it's just me and her, but it's not. And I still have people over. Is that a sign of good hospitality?
Oh, absolutely.
That even though my house is not clean, I still have people over?
For sure.
Do you think my guests would feel offended if they knew that my house was dirty? They probably do know. They saw it,
I think that's one of the things people love most about you, not because your house is not dirty, first of all.
Well, you haven't seen it.
Oh. How do people describe your house, Betty? Let's be real.
I don't know. Tell me.
Comfy, sit down, grab a blankie, and have a conversation.
I have heard those words before.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Yeah.
told you that years ago, Bob and I prayed that we would have a house that everybody felt welcome in and wanted to come visit. And, God has been good.
I mean, think about it. If you've got a, it's great to have a beautiful home. And in fact, I have to tell you, being down in the lower 48 and just seeing homes and stuff, boy, They sure have access to the decor down there.
Do they?
Yeah, everybody's decor is just so current. It's funny. It's like they all look like Chip and Joanna Gaines' houses. Seriously, I was just blown away by that. But anyhow, I totally forgot what I was going to say.
You were talking
I guess if you go into another home and it's like that, it's clean, it's beautifully decorated, but and not to say a woman that has a home like that isn't going to be, present and conversational. Certainly they're there, but that's not one of the things that you tend to think about. Is, I want to go back there and look at her beautiful home. You want to go back there to visit with the woman that owns the home.
Well, I'm sure some women can come to my house and probably identify. I mean, I don't know. But my house, at the moment, my house needs to be dusted. It needs to be swept, and the floors need to be mopped. My dishes are done.
Mine are not.
And
unless my daughter did them.
Let's see what my bed is made, and my laundry's done.
Well, I'll tell you what. The most important thing you did was make your bed. I've heard that
it makes you feel better.
That's right. That's one of the most important first steps.
Sometimes I feel like if I can get my bed made and my dishes done, then I've accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
I don't mind going into my kitchen.
Well, and a good trick too is if you can't get to anything else, just vacuum. I mean, I know it's one of the hardest things, but it sure makes the biggest improvement.
Yes. And I need to do that so bad. And I don't know why. Vacuuming and mopping, I just don't want to do. I'll put it off as long as I can.
Yeah.
So
I've always thought when I was first married, I had someone show me like a tickler system for cleaning house. And I always have wanted so badly to learn how to follow one of those. Where you get a card out and you have your Monday through Sunday, whatever. That way you've got your dailies, your weeklies, your monthlies, and your yearlies. And you just always know it's going to get done. So it's a whole lot less stressful. But I've never been able to implement that.
Me either. It's always been I've had to take one day and get it done.
Yeah.
I've never been able to get organized enough to do that.
I mean, wouldn't that just be nice to know that all your blinds will get washed twice a year? You don't got to worry about it. You're just looking at it. They need it, but that day's coming. And so you can just kind of forget about it till you pull that card.
You wash blinds?
Okay. Well, I think, Betty, this is what I'm reading.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading that we're supposed to wash our blinds.
Oops.
I know. I called my dad recently, and his wife was pulling the fridge out to vacuum the vent. I said, "Oh,
you do that?
You're supposed to do that." Apparently, once a quarter.
Oh my! Once a quarter.
Have you ever done that?
You want me to answer that on the air?
I did never would that have crossed my mind to vacuum my refrigerator vent.
Never. Never.
Okay, I feel much better now. I was feeling very stressed.
No.
But ever since that day he said that, I've not been able to stop thinking about my refrigerator vent.
Have you vacuumed it?
No, I don't want to see it, but I can't stop thinking about it. So
well, I'm glad you're still thinking about it. No, my mom used to keep, her house was always so clean. So clean.
So was mine.
And somehow I just missed that.
Yeah, I tend to do one or two things, just enough to, keep it picked up. Mm-hmm. Doing the deep cleaning and especially the mopping, I can't quite figure out how to do the laminate floors. Whenever I do clean them, it just leaves a film or whatever on it or pushes stuff around. So I just kind of...
Well, you know what? I have carpet and hardwood floors. And I can't do the same thing for all of them. That's so annoying. So I just say, okay, I'm not going to do either one.
Have you ever tried one of those Roombas? I hear people rave about those.
No, but my youngest daughter says I need to buy one.
Really?
Maybe I do. Maybe we need to try one.
Maybe we do.
Maybe that'll be the answer.
I mean, how nice would that be? Right now, it would be taking care of that for us.
That would be awesome. But does it work on steps? That's my problem.
Oh,
so all those
yeah.
steps, those stairs in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Does it go up and down stairs?
I don't think so.
So see, I'd still have to do that.
Yeah, so then what's the point?
I know. That's, I just let it sit there too. I'm telling you all my secrets today. I am being transparent. Everybody should be so proud.
You know what I use to vacuum my stairs?
What?
My son.
Isn't that the reason we have children?
That is his chore list, is to keep them stairs nice and fluffy.
Well, I try to honestly, the last couple of times that they've been done, my youngest daughter has done them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess I just need to put her on that. She'll just love that when I get home.
Oh, yeah. See, now it's and your refrigerator vent.
Oh, gosh. That's like cleaning the oven, Yeah, I'll get around to that.
You'll get right on that.
Okay,
huh?
I wonder if any of our listeners, do they ever vacuum their refrigerator vent?
I really want to know. We have a couple assignments today. We want to know your favorite s'mores recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to know, do you vacuum your refrigerator vent? I mean, we took this conversation to a deep level today.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I'll tell you what, this is what we're here for,
I know.
is to work on the important things. Anyway, we want to thank you for joining us. I know today was just more of a chit-chat conversation, sharing a little bit of our chaos, but we enjoy you listening, and thank you for joining us. You can find us here every Wednesday at 1 p.m., and we'll see you next Wednesday.